No, it's not. Wait.
Oh, here you go.
Is this Beskar?
No, keep this. Keep this so that way Star Wars
Or
fans
is this
can
an
correct her.
Imperial
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping she gets canceled over
credit?
not knowing her Star
No,
Wars
this is
lore.
Beskar. I thought that I could have. It literally said Beskar on it, so.
Listeners, Bree's showing us her phone case that's Star Wars themed, and I would not have known that if she didn't tell me.
No one would have known.
You can't tell from the little emblem?
Where does it say Star Wars on there? Nowhere.
Yeah, good. That's how I want it to be, because I don't want it to be like Disney's Star Wars phone case, lightsaber, yay.
Right?
Well,
Yoda.
Yeah, that's fair.
You get the typical name. Yoda, Luke, Vader.
I would just like to formally apologize for being late again. Because I literally forgot it was Tuesday.
Yeah. I could have been asleep. I could have taken a nap.
You could have, and I'm so sorry I'm 30 minutes late, so we're going to keep this one short. It's my fault, audience, that this episode's going to be shorter than normal, probably. But also, last week's episode, or at least... No, well, yes, by the time this records, will be the one that came out the week before, was an extra long episode. So if this one's shorter, that's okay, because we kind of, like, made up for it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm drinking water tonight, because I had to rush here, because... Well, I was sitting at my computer. I'm going to be honest, I was playing Minecraft, and then Mauricio texted me, and I was like... Oh my god, wait, it's Tuesday. I'm supposed to do the podcast. I should have known something was off.
But if either of us were late, you would have given us...
Thrown a fit.
So much crap.
Oh, I would have. 100%.
You would have thrown a temper tantrum.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm not making excuses. I should have remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But I appreciate your patience, and I appreciate you texting me to let me know. And you can give me crap about this as long as you want. That's fine.
Okay.
And honestly, out of all of us, I am surprised that I forgot. Because as the producer of the group, as the film producer among us, although Nicole is also a film producer, she has produced some films. But she's not here to defend herself, so I'm going to take the credit. Because she is taking another week off. Hopefully she'll be back next week. We'll see. But, you know, as that one, I'm usually on top of the scheduling. So, but, yeah. I'm the one who made my Disney squad because we're going this week. Raya! My god, dog alert!
Raya.
Sorry, she was in my lap and she kept shifting. She's sniffing the mic. You have something to say?
I heard it.
No? Okay.
She ain't got anything to say.
She'll go back down.
I'm the one who made,
together your Disney squad.
Yeah, I made us, like, get together and meet on, like, a Zoom so that, like, we could figure out, like, what people wanted to do at the various, like, parks, like Disney, Universal and stuff. Because I was like, yes, some of it is fun to, like, go and just, like, see what happens during the day. Like, you have to be a little flexible. But I was like, we want to go in probably with a general idea of what we want to hit so we know what people are hoping to do. Because I was like, you know, somebody's going to probably have a preference for something that they want to make sure they do. I'll have, like, one or two things I for sure want to do. And then we want to make sure we try to accommodate for that as best we can. So I was, like, on top of that planning. I was like, we got to do this. I'm not letting us get away with this. So that's all to say, I'm that kind of person in the friend group. Yet I somehow can't keep track of when our podcast is.
Mm-hmm.
So this is strike one. Maybe 2 strikes. That was pretty late.
This was 6 for me that I'm counting. Also, Bree, I was literally this close in wearing that sweater.
Oh, it's comfortable.
It is comfortable. I really do appreciate it. For those that don't know, Bree gave me that as a gift.
Because I got it for free, and I stole another one.
Literally? Wow.
They were on a table in a holiday party, and they were for all the staff to get, so I picked up 2, because were they going to notice? No.
And honestly, that means more promo for them, so...
Right.
Yep. Although I'm gonna keep it covered the whole time. Just kidding. No
just
free
on.
sponsors.
That's right.
We don't
Gotta pay
dare
us
say
for
his
that.
name.
Yeah. What are y'all drinking? Well, Mauricio's got a Simply Spiked.
Hopefully this gives you guys PTSD, because this is from when we were together in King's Dominion.
Not PTSD. I don't think.
Heck
Yeah, no, that
There
wasn't
would
a
be
bad
any reason.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have made myself a margarita. What I gave you guys.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still got
Oh
the
yeah, the poor man's margarita, as you
Those
called
are
it, I
actually
think.
It was good. It's all about the
They were actually
tequila.
good.
It was all about the tequila. I gave you guys half of the tequila and the rest is water, and then we just put some lemonade, some with a sweet tea, and a mixture of both. Got us going.
And there you go. The Rocks tequila.
Also,
It's actually pretty good.
right. Also,
Not sponsored, but
not
we are open to
sponsored.
sponsorship.
Right.
So
We care about the Rock. Also, I still have my Cayman Jacks.
I thought you finished them.
I have three.
Yeah.
I have two. And I keep forgetting. I might finish it kayaking. So, something to bring it into my my igloo cooler, which Target has those igloo coolers that has like a speaker outside, and you can play Bluetooth your phone into it and have it blasted music. I saw a lot of people on TikTok put in reggaeton, because it has like the signature igloo style, look to it, but it has like two big speakers up front. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we might do a little music.
That's good. Anyway, yeah. I'm drinking water.
You know what? Let's
But
just not drink alcohol on this podcast.
But I also had this
I'm
just
not gonna
in
drink
case.
every week.
But I'm kind of on a alcohol detox, so I chose not to.
Bree is detoxing everything right now.
Social
like-
I
media.
know she's got no social media right now.
Alcohol.
No way to reach her.
Yeah, I mean,
What's
she never
next?
answers us anymore. It's like
What
she
do you
deleted her
mean?
texting app. She just
I respond.
When?
It might be like 5 hours later.
that's totally
That's
actually
fine.
fine. That's not even weird.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
I think Josh, you mentioned water, didn't you, Josh?
Yeah, I'm drinking water. I had to rush here. Well, as in rush from my seat to stay in my seat. But I had my water. It was just empty, so I had to run to the kitchen and come back.
Yeah, I'm just not drinking alcohol at this point. I feel like this is it's only been me. I feel like I am typecast as the drunk friend. Well, I'm not even drunk with these. I only drink one. But yeah, it's no more, guys.
Well, I just got to mix it up every once in a while with that. But I'm not going to drink an alcoholic beverage every week we do this. I feel like I got to have like some normal bevs
Yeah.
too.
Wait, have
So-
you drank what's it, iced coffee on the pod before?
Well, I used to kind of do it when we initially started the pod way back before we kind of changed it. But it would only be a little bit at night. And then we were like, it's kind of like we're only recording at night. And so the kind of coffee defeats the point because you don't really want to drink a ton of it. So I haven't really done that yet. But I probably will one of these days.
Maybe if
One
we
of these
record in the
days-
morning.
We're going to yes, exactly. One of these days, though, we'll probably end up like recording the pod and like playing Minecraft or something together. And so like till late. And so I'll be like, have a coffee because I know we're going to be on late. But
Yeah.
because that's the true. That's when Minecraft hits. It's when when you're up late. Like once like at 11 p.m. hits. I know it doesn't sound like late for some people, but like it's not all the time you can stay up past 11 p.m. with your friends now that we're grown up. So
Yep.
those days you can stay up to like 2 or 3 a.m. playing Minecraft. That's when it hits.
Yeah. This
Minecraft shines. You make some real progress those nights.
in this friend group we call it quits at 12. Yeah, it's
Well,
getting late,
We're being
guys.
responsible.
It depends on the day. Because, yeah, Mondays and Tuesdays is hard to stay up past midnight.
Well, can y'all stay up
I
past midnight
struggled
today?
this morning. What?
Can you stay past midnight today for
No.
me? Wow. See?
I'm going to bed right after this.
Wow.
Well, after work, I fell asleep. And then, and I never do that. I don't know why I was so tired today.
Yeah, I see the bags under your eyes, Bree.
That's just the lighting, bruh.
Oh, okay.
Well, I still think, let's just accentuate that a little bit. We'll just color your grainy footage with a nice...
Just make me look like a raccoon.
Yeah, just track your eyes for the whole podcast.
Yeah.
We love that for you.
Hear Bronx walking around.
Her other dog, for listeners who don't know.
My other dog is walking around, and you can hear the clickety clack of his paws. Come here. And he doesn't listen to me either.
Bronx.
Come here. Come here. He's looking at me like... Come here. He is going to bark at me soon. Probably because he wants me to give him steak. Because I made steak for dinner. And I don't want to give him steak.
Again.
But he's demanding it.
I'm going to say what we said yesterday. When we were just talking over Discord. I feel like we have pampered our dogs like children. Because I remember... Look at that.
He's just chilling there. His fur is looking extra luscious right now.
Right.
Come here.
It's like one of those fake fur carpets,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what his fur feels like. Come here.
But like I was saying, I feel like we have treated our dogs like children, like actual children. Because I remember growing up, there used to be outside dogs. Dogs would eat anything, eat their own poop. Other dogs poop. And obviously, that's disgusting, whatever. But they would just go out there and be dogs. Now, we have now transformed them into children. They have to eat certain foods, certain diets, certain waters. Apparently, tap water is not good for them. Now they do Brita water.
Yeah, that's a reference.
It's just really it's ridiculous. They're dogs at the end of the day, okay?
I give my dogs the water from the fridge, all right?
Oh, God.
What is wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with tap water.
Wrong with that. But the tap water will fill up the bowl faster. But anyway,
yes,
it's just true.
Anyway, I dump out their water every day too and change it out.
Oh,
you should do that. It gets kind of gross and filled with spit.
Well, when it pertains to dogs, though, they're animals at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't care what medium rare steak or well cooked, certain percentage of filter the water needs to be so it can digest clearly in dogs. All we know is not to give them chocolate. Okay? That's it. Onions, salt, garlic, of course, all those things. Don't give them to them, right? But they're just dogs at the end of the day, guys. You can love them as much as you want. I love dogs too, but at the end of the day, food, the way this economy is, everything's expensive. You think dog food is crazy expensive now. Like my mom, literally, she called me today. She's like, I don't want any dogs anymore, because she literally told me the Blue Wilderness, dog food, it's like, what, $40 for 10 pounds, 20 pounds, something like that. $40 for look. I have a German Shepherd and a Chocolate Labrador. They finish that in a week. $40. Dogs are just expensive, bro. So have to specify food and cut slices, and it's just ridiculous to me. But that's just my opinion. I love dogs, but I just think it's ridiculous. A little backwash water wouldn't hurt them. They're not gonna die. All right.
But bacteria, though.
They have bacteria. We have bacteria.
Listen, Bronx is almost 9, and he still runs around like a puppy. And I think it's because we feed him raw.
Y'all spoiled him.
Yeah, literally.
Look, dogs like it raw too. What can we say?
Mm-hmm. There we go.
It's the obligatory sex joke for the episode. But I was gonna say we should be talking about the hype for Barbenheimer, but now that SAG is on strike, I feel like we should be in solidarity, not promote films. So,
but Oppenheimer.
I don't know. I know. This SAG strike thing is the craziest thing.
True.
Because it's the first time in 60 years this has happened, and as film people, I feel like I'm really paying attention to it. Anyway, I know it just says we're in the film world. I'm sure some of our listeners are. like it was worth bringing up. Like it's just a very big deal that this is happening. Worth following.
Yeah.
Um,
Like
and obviously, like I don't know. I don't know everything about it. I need to read more, but I just think it's worth
I
exploring
guess
it and like making people aware of it if they aren't already.
for those that are like not in the know, you won't see the effects of it now, but you will definitely see the effects of it next year when there's like no shows
Or
If there's
movies.
a big
or
dip,
movies. Like literally, you'd be like, "Dang, it's this year. It's actually pretty long. Like, when's the next blockbuster? You know, like, yeah,
I don't think it'll be next year. Well, maybe for some big
it's
blockbusters,
been
it'll
it's
probably be the year after.
yeah, it's been a
I'd be
good
willing to
while.
bet.
Like,
I could
even
be
what
wrong.
we
Probably
talk about,
starting second quarter of next year.
yeah,
Probably.
you'll
We'll
see.
see the effects.
You'll
Start
see
seeing the effects.
Um, I mean, yeah, it's just
But
gonna be a weird year.
TV will probably be affected quicker than
No,
movies.
they will. Like everything will be either be pushed back to TBD. You know, when they announce a season of a show before all this happened. Now they'll probably say TBD. We don't even know when we're going to be back on set due to negotiations with the strike and everything. So, yeah, you won't see the effects now, but for sure you're gonna feel it next year.
Now, speaking, well, I think it's time to take a really quick break and shout out the 1521 Candle Co. because last week we forgot to give them an ad break, but we did shout them out. But this time we're giving them an ad break. So make sure you go to 1521candleco.com. That's 1521candleco.com and buy yourself a candle. Really high quality, really great scents. Wood wicks. The crackle is fantastic. They can be used for a romantic occasion. They can be used for just vibes. Smell up a stinky kitchen. I don't know. They can be used for anything. So just, get yourself a candle. That's what we gotta say on that. So guys, we got into that film fest, which we can't go to because it's just the online film fest. But so we're doing so that's exciting. But that's the last. So listeners, one of our films. It's a horror film. It's really great. We went to Atlanta. We for a film fest there. We couldn't attend some of the other ones, but we've gotten into a few. Won an award or two or so. It's been pretty exciting. The three of us are on the set. Nicole was there as well, but she's not here to talk about it, so we're just gonna talk about it. But this film that we did is like actually really great. Like I'm so proud of it. It's one of the most ambitious film projects we've ever done that I've ever been a part of, and I think that all of us have ever really been a part of, or one of them at least. I'm not trying to minimize the work that you've done in other films because I know Nicole, you guys worked on a really big film with Nicole that I was not a part of. That was also a really ambitious project at the time, but I can't speak about that. But it's really exciting. But I'm thinking, guys, we should be releasing this film maybe around Halloween because in August is the fest.
True.
It'll be done, and then maybe like September for spooky season, Halloween time, we
No,
release that and be like, hey guys, get in the spooky spirit. Here's our film. Here's our gore horror film. I don't know. We just drop that crap on Vimeo and be like, there we go.
We should all
So
wear white.
look out for that, listeners.
Yeah, I forgot.
Horror
It's
film.
we've what? Has it been a year?
Since we shot it or
Since
It's
finished
been
it?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's been like a year and a half since we shot,
Okay.
and then
Year and a half.
a little over a year since we finished the whole film post.
Yeah, it
Time
was-
is
It was a
blending
year in
together.
May.
That's crazy.
It's blending together, but it's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Um,
I think it's at its final run. You know.
Yeah, but
Just a
I
little.
think I think the film needs to be out in the world. I think people need to see it. I think it's a great addition to our reels. I think it is a great uh, statement. I think it has some really great themes in there, some statements to really generate conversations. Just can't wait to post about it on Instagram and have my grandma ask where she can watch it.
Oh yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, well. So, that'll
Yeah.
be good.
I don't think my mom has seen it yet, so I kind of want her to see it, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm ready to face the questions afterwards, because it's like a Hispanic mom. I've been living obviously like alone away from her and stuff, under her supervision. And so she'd be like, where did I go wrong? Why this? Why that?
That's what my mom asked me when she went.
I'm telling you, she like I have not met Bree's mom just yet, but I feel like that's to be the first thing that's going to come out of her mouth, because
probably
I've written it and directed it, and she'd be like, "Are you are you okay hanging around with my daughter? Like, are you okay mentally?"
It's funny because I've met Bree's mom and she doesn't mention it, but I think as I'm the producer, it seems like I'm not as attached to it. Like,
right.
Since you wrote and directed it, it was like your idea. I just tagged along for the ride,
right.
so she doesn't judge me for it, but she's judging you for it because you actually wrote it.
It's like I brought everybody like by force against their will to make this with me, because I know for a fact they know Bree more than we know her, and they'd be like, we do not see Bree even attached to do this, and somehow you made her do it.
Well,
yeah, they'll probably ask you some questions.
It's okay. Like I said, I know we're it's all jokes and fun. Like I'm comfortable with it. It's like, again, it is a piece that obviously will stir up emotions, stir up ideologies, and as a conversation starter.
It's so good for that. That's what makes
that was the point.
I hope the listeners listening now who haven't seen it, like I know some people listening that we know may have seen it or be aware of it more, but if you haven't, be on the lookout because this is a good time.
It is.
It's a good time, and we want to hear your thoughts. And also, at the end, people interpret the ending differently, and I would love to see what people think happens at the end. But we can't say anymore because
true.
Well, I didn't think much of it. I just thought it was your general thing, but some people thought certain cutting was happening to a certain thing. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm very excited to release this film. I think
it is.
It'll be very, very exciting to release it because I think it'll cause a stir, and I love causing a stir.
Right.
I'm looking to cause a stir online.
It's like we want that second
with family.
Wave.
Like I'm gonna tell my mom to post it on Facebook. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if she'll do it, but I'll be like, Mom, you should post this on Facebook and be like,
playing with fire, Josh.
Like, I feel like,
but then she'll get the heat, and then I'm gonna feel bad. So I don't have a Facebook. So, but I'll be like, Mom, I dare you. No, but anyway, but
to be honest, like I will be like down in Mexico towards the end of this year. I kind of want to just show them all while I'm there, and just report back to you guys.
Family reunion,
because they're heavy Catholic, you know. So don't be surprised there would be cleansing afterwards.
Mauricio's not coming back.
I'm not coming back.
He's gonna be in a conversion camp.
I might be a changed man.
His body.
I might be a changed man after this.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like I'm like you, Josh. Like I'm just like it's been a good while since we've like kind of kept it a secret in a sense. Only let festivals see it, and a few people that we know see it as well. So it's kind of like it came out again, you know, like first time again for a bigger masses, of course.
Yeah, it'll feel like the first showing we ever did all over again, and that's gonna be great. It's just had a really rocky, but also like film fests are expensive, and I would love to get into more, but I just think like pricing wise and not always being able to travel, it might make more sense just to release it, get on our reels, not get noticed like, oh, we're gonna just get jobs off of this, but like get it out there so people can see our work, get another thing. Like I think that's more valuable now, like in the short term. But long term, yes, going to more fests, meeting more people. But the problem is if you can't travel to every film fest, you lose out. Like you pay all this money and then you lose out on like the networking part, which kind of defeats the purpose. Like the laurels are great, but like I still want to participate. So while this next one thankfully is online, like I'll try to go like the day of. I'll try to at least attend our block and hopefully attend the award ceremony and try to at least support some of the other films that were accepted around work because I have to work that weekend. But like it's still kind of like, you know, I would love to have gone in person if we could have had the opportunity to get in person, but you know, not a huge deal, not the end of the world, but it would be very exciting to get that released. And,
it would have definitely been like a really good I think experience for us to have went, you know, because in most cases when festivals like when they hit us back, it's like almost last minute, like, oh, you have to come, you know, within a month. And I'm like,
within 2 weeks.
And it's just like, bro, I had to call off my job. I gotta think of plane tickets. Like, you know, hotels. Like they don't give us enough time to really, accommodate, like, really be ready for it, But it would have been so cool if we all did go, because I mean, for starters, this particular festival, the person that created it and been running it for a couple years now, their whole thing of like what they like doing in terms of film is very similar to what the whole film was about. So again, personally reached out for that because they were a previous judge for one of the festivals that we were in, and just personally reached out to us to say like, hey, so I really like the themes you're talking about, something that I'm always been interested in. I have this festival. It's in the Pacific Northwest. You might like the vibes. Once you come out and to check us out, submit it, stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, like again, we haven't been. It's been a while since we was last in the festival and stuff. So it's like, it is kind of its final run. Just to see the film out in those festivals like that and holiday season too, because it would have been like spooky cabin vibes. And I'm like, and it's in Pacific Northwest.
We love a
so
spooky
like,
cabin vibe.
And it would have been like Twilight. It literally would have been like Twilight, like the themes. I could hear Paramore in the background. Sea fogs.
That won't be the last film we do.
No, we've got more on the docket.
I want to do another one.
I got some scripts to read. So
heck yeah, 2.
Mine's shorter.
Way shorter. Look, I told you, Bree. I told you, Josh. I'm telling you 2. I know you probably read. You don't. No, wait. You haven't read it completely, right, Josh? Not even the first half. Nothing.
No, I haven't read it yet, but Bree's read it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it is long, but it is my first draft, and I was thinking a lot. It's like a lot in my head when I was writing it. So I just like, you know what? I'm putting
Most
it all
of
right
it's
there.
dialogue, though.
Most of it is dialogue, which
Mauricio, I'm gonna go in there and cut that down.
I know.
I did it with Eternal Sin, and I will do it again.
But hear me out. Okay, I know. Even I agree. Yes, I'm cutting that shit down, of course. But I am explaining a scene verbally in terms of dialogue. But I know I can substitute that with, with actions or with cuts or with cinematography to evoke a sense of emotion or feeling, whatever, in that particular scene that a character was saying in dialogue. So there's obviously, you can cut corners with this, slice and dice, however, because I do want it to be a compact, pacing wise, it's like very tight, very good. But again, this is a rough draft, not a final, none of that. It's just, this is what I have at the moment. I'm sorry for the amount of pages, but there is areas you can.
It's like 21 pages.
Okay, Bree, don't.
Called out.
Mine is
Called
9.
out on the pod.
Yeah. But I mean, it is an interesting concept. I'm not gonna lie. It just needs to be cut down.
And to be honest, I completely forgot about it too, because it has been a good minute since I last written it. I have another idea for another film, and I have another idea for like a little short documentary. But that one's like maybe like 5 minutes. So boom. And no dialogue. There you go, Josh. I have an idea that's no dialogue.
Thank God. Look at one of my films. It's released now. It's called The Trash Can.
Heck yeah.
Go on my Vimeo. You can watch it. Bree was sort of a part of it, sort of not.
Wait.
You did not get cut out of this. You're not.
Cut out.
No.
Strike,
I was
Bree.
gonna
Strike.
No, I was gonna say I got COVID, but that was for a different film. I had to call out 'cause
I've
of
done
work.
multiple films where you were not a part of them because of various excuses, and so I have beef with you, and so
Okay.
I just want to say that. But anyway, it's great. Our actor actually won Best Acting at a film fest for that film, despite there not being any dialogue in the film, because their actions and their like facial expressions and just their like we were the only film I think that had no dialogue and in our fest, or at least in our block. Actually, no. This fest I think was just one block of films, just like one night. So we were the only film, and so I feel like our film stood out a little bit to the judges because we were the only film that had like no dialogue in it at all. It was just sound design and like. So I think that elevated the actor's performance a bit. That like he could do everything without speaking. it made the film better. Like, I'm glad there was no dialogue, but I think the actor, like, did a great job. Obviously, like, we're very happy we have cast him, but I think his performance was elevated by the fact that he was able to kind of do the mannerisms, do the facial expressions, and all that. And that is a skill. That is an art. Like, I can't do that. Like, I get too shy and like all that. But no dialogue, and it worked perfectly fine. So just saying, other filmmakers out there, just remember,
Do it.
you don't always need dialogue. Sometimes a good facial
True.
expression will do. And maybe in your audition, have people do the facial expressions. Look at that more so than the dialogue delivery. Well, they're both important, but like you can cut some dialogue out.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to mime
The nuance is
classes.
that they have to sell it on their face too. That's just my 2 cents. Film talk with Josh, but I'm not a director for a reason. I don't do that, so the directors can talk more about that. We'll get some film guests on here too, maybe one day.
Heck yeah. Talk about their films and how they went, how they
I'm
shot
editing
it
a film right now.
Ooh.
I haven't edited it in a few days. I need to get back on it, but that'll be probably the next film. That'll do maybe a festival run, maybe not. I don't know, but
yeah,
see
guys,
what we decide to do with that.
We should definitely do a film again. I miss. Of course, we've all been on film sets before, but rarely do the three of us get on a set together.
Plus Nicole.
Plus
not
Nicole,
here,
that's right.
but-
Plus 4 of us.
We forgot about her.
Yeah, forget Nicole. It's she was just a guest, a temporary guest. So we just decided.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
I
whatever.
hope our listeners like talking about film because we do. But I really want. Well, so here's the thing. We did Eternal Sin. Super intense. The one that we're gonna probably release in Halloween time. I was like, I gotta do a comedy, and now I've done like the Trash Can, which was comedy 1, and then I have this other film I'm editing, which is kind of a comedy number 2. So I'm feeling like now I gotta go do a drama again. I gotta get back in, mix it up again, and do something different. So I know Bree's got a script that's kind of a drama. I'm sure Mauricio's is really dark and a drama. I can't remember.
Dramedy.
Okay, still.
Dramedy.
Dramedy.
Drama comedy.
The only part that makes it comedy is your cringe dialogue. Ooh, I said it.
I am gone.
Oh no!
See,
I'm just kidding.
Oh
I'm not, but
no!
it's not the best. Okay.
Look.
Do I have?
it's okay.
I'm
We'll
a cutter.
workshop it. We'll
I'm a
workshop
cutter. I will go in and cut. And I don't. And this is not like I will cut parts of that script out. I'll just be like, don't need this.
Do it.
Don't need this.
Do it.
I feel
Butcher
so
it.
bad doing that sometimes, but I
No.
feel like Mauricio's one of those people like who's not like afraid of me doing that.
No,
I don't think I strike fear in the people I work with, but I'm not afraid to just be like, we don't need this.
Look,
Cut
I
this
don't.
down. This could be.
I don't.
This could be an email. This
what-
film
what's
could
the-
be an email.
What's the saying? Like, don't treat my kindness as weakness or something like that. Yeah, like you're sweet, Josh. I never have like I'm never intimidated by you or anything like that. But at the same time, if you need to do something, if you need to be straight up to me, do it. I have thick skin, and I feel like a lot of people in our industry and people that we know, it's just like they're just like too sensitive because they don't want no things cut. And we know we have like those writing classes we have when we went to school. We had like writing classes, editing classes. That people shot something or writ something, and the moment that it's an open discussion and people cut things out or have suggestions, they get protective because it's like, I want to keep that
It's
scene
your
because
work.
it's your work. And granted, it's understandable, but at the same time, if the scene's not working or the two characters are not, it's not working out with the two characters, it's like you got to be open for suggestions. Like you can't just be like, protective, because at the end of the day, it's not going to be yours. It's going to be the audience's once it gets released.
That is a good way to think about it. I'm keeping that up in the noggin. Because next time I'm with a now I've worked with many lovely directors in my time, and I will just say this is not me attacking any one director in particular. The people whom I enjoyed working with, I will be more than happy to work with again. And I'm not here to like speak ill of anybody. And actually, honestly, I'm glad I've worked with everyone I've worked with because it helps me learn the working style I have and what I expect of others, to like communicate what I expect of others. But one of those things is like I'm very upfront from the beginning about saying, hey, hint, hint, we may not need this, or hint, hint, you could probably do this way, and it'll be easier, and it'll have the same effect. Hint, hint. So I do that. Not people don't have to accept my advice, but it's always like I'm thinking of what's best for what are going to make people enjoy this. But I think I've never been able to articulate it in that way, and so I think that's really great that you said that. It's like this film is yours, yes, and when it goes out to film fests, when it goes out in public, it is your film. However, it is also the audience's film in that like they are going to experience it, and if they hate it, maybe they'll love it just how it is, and you do great. But if like people get bored, if it doesn't hook them, maybe it's just not the audience you're looking for, and there's an audience there. But if you're meeting the intended audience, and they're not a fan, or they're bored, then like that's on you. And we could have probably found those points earlier in the filmmaking process and like addressed them. Some things you can't anticipate, but a lot of like the storytelling beats, you can anticipate them pretty early on,
Right.
and like can tell which ones are going to be a problem. And then when you get to the editing process, you can say, all right, that I didn't actually expect, but it's not coming across how I anticipated. How do I shift it now to fix it? And that's a whole thing, but it's possible.
Yeah.
You just got to be flexible and being willing to change things.
True.
And being open to things. And that's something I have dealt with before, is people not being super open.
Yeah. And I feel like
but-
it's a lot of ego into it as well. I think people are just
Yes.
very egotistical. Be like, no, you're wrong because of this. You don't understand the thematics of this scene, or it's just like, dude, if I don't believe these two characters in love, I think you need to work on it more, or try to convey it in cinematography or sound. Like, again, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or anything. I feel like no one, when they give suggestions, they're not coming at you personally, even though it's your script, it's your story, it's personal to you. But it's just like, we're trying to help you to trying to reach that level that you want. But what you're giving us is not what you're seeing, like what we're seeing. I'm sorry, we don't see that, but there's ways to help elevate that scene or elevate that script. But again, it's all about ego.
Oh, now I really want to make another film. All right, guys.
I got two ideas.
This edit.
You got 2 scripts to read.
I know, and they're sitting in my inbox. Probably
Nobody's read my
inbox
script, even though I sent it 3 months ago.
Oh, girl.
However long ago.
Oh, girl. Wait.
It's because I'm anti-woman. No, I'm kidding.
Leave that in. Leave that in.
You said it. You
Leave that
finally
in.
said it. I'm so glad. This is the first step to solving your problem, is admitting.
Is admitting them. No, I promise, Bri, I will get to it.
True. Same.
I feel like I also just need to but I do need to spend time with it. Like, I want to do it justice and not rush through it. Like, I want to sit with it and like really give it notes. My plan is maybe to finish this edit I'm doing, get that film out the door, and then focus on the next project, which will probably be yours or Mauricio's. Probably yours because it's shorter, but
yes. No,
Mauricio had a
feelings.
chance. Mauricio had a chance to direct a film. Now it's your chance to possibly direct a film, or at least write a film that we maybe make. So
but my
we're
script
going in
was
a cycle
earlier.
here. But yeah, I just like
Your script is like almost 3 times as long.
But yeah, I will. Definitely need to do that and put on the docket. Even if I read it before I finish editing this film, that's fine. I will put it on the docket, but it'll probably be another like week or 2. But I'm gonna write in my planner right after this.
Write in your planner
to do it, because if I don't write in my planner, guess what? I forget about it. Full circle. That's what happened with this podcast. So
and that, my friend, is Josh's red flag.
That is my biggest red flag. If I don't write in my planner, I forget.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Well, I feel like we should at least do something next year for sure. For sure. And if we do...
nothing's going to happen this year, but...
For sure, yeah.
At least getting into pre-production is really the most of it.
We could start script edits this year. And then probably early next year, early 2024, pick a date for filming. That's probably in the summer. And then we would start pre-pro and getting everybody on board and planning out the date like 6 or 7 months in advance. And we would just go full steam ahead till that date.
Yep.
That would be how it works.
I'm excited.
Love that.
I'll make sure to put that in my planner sometime next year, if film possible.
Yeah, do that. I'll do it too, so I don't forget. Well, thanks, besties, for listening. Bree's about to fall asleep, so we got to wrap this up. Thanks, besties, for listening to this episode of Sip It or Zip It. If you'd like to follow the podcast on social media, you can do so on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads at sipit.zipit. Our threads are kind of unhinged, so make sure you go like them. It makes us feel good about ourselves. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, that's sipit.zipit. And if you would like to, now, if you're currently just listening to us, that's great. But if you want to watch us, you can do that at Sip It or Zip It Podcast on YouTube. I always almost forget it every single time. So Sip It or Zip It Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us there. And we're also posting short content on all these platforms, so make sure you pick the one that you like the best. Make sure you follow it so you can see some shorts and little sneak peeks and stuff like that. And so that should be everything. So thanks again, besties, for listening. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye, besties!
Bye, besties.